Hi, I'm Anna Edwards, a marketing communication specialist with Rockwell Automation. I'm here today to talk about customer success. Joining me is Jeff from CAM Technologies and Kurt from DENSO. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Sure. My name's Jeff Kahn. I'm with CAM Technologies, President and CEO. Our company makes compressed air systems better, more energy efficient, more reliable.
I'm Kurt Vreeman with DENSO Manufacturing in Battle Creek, Michigan. They make automotive parts, mostly they call it thermal. It'd be radiators, condensers, evaporators, that type of thing.
DENSO has a carbon neutrality goal of 2035. They also had a compressed air system that was original to the facility from the mid-'80s. So we were called in to help them originally achieve some sustainability goals and use energy savings as a means to achieve some renewal objectives around modernizing equipment.
I want to hear a little bit more about the compressed air side of things and why is that something you wanted to improve?
Most types of industrial manufacturing use compressed air and pneumatics as part of their production process. It's a utility like electricity, water, natural gas is, except we make it with big air compressors. They're also horrible from an energy efficiency standpoint.
Okay.
Roughly 10 to 15% of the energy you put into the air compressor goes on to do useful work. So we're talking 80–85% waste.
We had aging equipment, and it really just needed a renewal. So we identified the problems with our old compressors, old dryers, and they helped us really scope the project, decide what we really need and what to include in the project.
It's not a well-controlled system. There's nothing coordinating how all of these machines operate together as a team. And that's where what our products do come in. So we use Rockwell Automation entirely, all Rockwell Automation products to connect to and automate the system and run it on a demand basis in a way that provides energy efficiency, but also reliability, resiliency, better quality air.
Jeff, are you able to dive into a little more detail about what Rockwell products are being used?
Absolutely. So the CamLink Premier control system that we installed is based on the Allen Bradley 5380 series, 5069 series Compact Logix PLCs. So that's the main brains of our system. We employed the Power Monitor 1000 series power monitoring, PowerFlex drives, the entire control system, even to the machine controls are all Rockwell here. And DENSO's a big Rockwell user.
Yeah.
So we connected into their connected enterprise, right? So we're passing data about how the air system is performing up to the control room so that the plant facilities team has visibility into the air system. Their system sees incredible variations in air demand, whether it's, first shift, second shift, and they're using 12, 13, 14,000 CFM, but you go to the weekends at 2 in the morning and they might be using 2,500. And they see, and those changes happen when shifts start and stop. So an order of magnitude change in air demand in minutes.
So in DENSO there's a lot of machines. It's a 1 million square foot building. All the machines use, not all, but a large portion of them use compressed air for moving parts or actuators or whatnot. But when we see amp flow or pressure dipping from what our standard is 99 to, we would get drops in the 70s before, and we would get calls from the plant say, hey, this isn't working, what's going on? And it was just because of inadequate controls and old machines. We were just trying to do the best we could with what we had.
So Kurt, can you talk to me a little bit more about why minimizing the change in pressure has been an improvement for DENSO?
Now we'll run from Monday to Friday, varying, like you said, within 2 or 3 pounds all week, no matter what shift. And it's run more efficient. So we're just making what we need, not what we don't need, and satisfying the need. And not to mention the quality of air that we're getting. We have a better dew point. We dropped our dew point by 25 points.
So more stable air pressures, cleaner, drier air, and then we use a lot of data analytics and instrumentation to understand if it is running well or if performance is starting to drift, find those problems quickly before they impact a production process or before they impact a utility bill.
I'd love to hear more about kind of that sustainability goal from DENSO and where that carbon neutral goal comes from.
It is a company-wide goal. DENSO is a global company. The executives made a promise to their shareholders to be carbon neutral by 2035.
We see a lot of businesses today that have net zero goals. Some of them are nearish term, 10 years from now. Some of them are so far away that nobody
like
working there
the
today,
future.
right? It's in the year 2090, we will be net zero. But it's rare to see a business put money behind the promise. So what DENSO did that was unique, one, they made a global fund that plants, and they gave clear requirements for accessing that funding. They put an internal cost of carbon that applied globally that facilities could use to help justify that ROI, and they extended the ROI window out to 10 years. Previously was 5. And that extension allowed technologies and solutions that didn't have a 2, 3, 4 year payback, but had big carbon impacts to go after the funding and to be applied for. I think we went from an efficiency of 28 kW per 100 CFM, and we reduced that to 19. So that was the energy, what did we say, 450,000 per year in energy savings, which was like a 9-year simple payback on the project. We have a phase 2 project in the works right now. We've replaced 3 of their 8 air compressors. They have 3 more that are also of a mid-80s vintage. Within DENSO larger, we are in the middle at one of their other plants in Athens, Tennessee, currently implementing a CAM control system, again, based on Rockwell Automation, that will hopefully give similar results to what we saw out in Battle Creek.
I'd love to hear what your favorite outcome from this project was.
We were recognized at the Partner Network Conference earlier in 2025 by winning the OEM Sustainability Award for this project. So from our perspective, right, we're a small business, and for a small company like us to be recognized by a really big company like Rockwell Automation was incredibly meaningful to us.
Well, thanks to the both of you for joining me today and giving us insight into this project.